Today, we're going to bring you a special Renew class. We're going to be focusing on a lot of back hair. I know a lot of us have been probably just sitting around, just hanging out with each other, having a great time. And then we're also going to focus on the lower body, mostly the groin and the core hair. So let's go and begin. You're going to start by going on your back here, like a bridge position, just lay on your back. We're going to do these called floor peels. Scoot a little bit more this way. There you go. Perfect. All right. So what I want you to think about doing is putting your left hand underneath your low back, and then put your right hand on top of your belly button. And I want you to think about pushing your hand into the ground. It's going to help set your core. You're going to take a deep breath in, and then breathe out. Let's do two more just to relax, get everything going. Deep breath in. Breathe out. One more time. Deep breath in. And then breathe out. All right, so on this next one, we're going to breathe in. You're going to breathe out a little bit sharp. So you go, make those abs hard. And I want you to think about pushing your low back to the floor. Then you're going to remove your left hand. So put it to the side here. And you can use your hands for balance. And what I want you to think about doing is just lifting your tailbone. So if I had like a string on top of your belly button, I just lift just that tailbone. Let's reset it back on the ground. And we're just trying to move that low back. Let's do that a couple times. So again, that string is pulling us up, and then we're pulling those hips, tailbone back to the ground. Say it one more time. Pull it up. Freeze right there, Julie. So now what I want you to think about doing is continuing up the spine. So that string is going to pull you up. Okay, so pull up that low back to that mid back, all the way up to the shoulder blades here, so your back's nice and arched. So keep going nice and slow. Good. You're going to hold that position for a couple seconds here. And then you're going to try and move the upper back, push it back on the ground, that mid back to that low back, all the way back to that tailbone. Okay. We're going to do a couple more, but just a brief pause of what we're trying to do. We're trying to move each independent segment of the spine at a time. So try to imagine like there's a spatula underneath your back. It's trying to like pull you off one edge at a time. Okay, let's do another one. So crush that low back to the floor. Pull the tailbone up. Nice and slow. Going in that string, that helps you out here. Give it that spatula, whichever you want. Okay. And then you're going to reconnect that upper back to that mid back, to that low back, and then that tailbone. All right, let's do one more. And start to lift that tailbone. Good. Strings pulling you up. And then setting you back down. Very nice. All right, next we're going to work on spine extension, or just going the other way. So we're just going to go face down on the ground like this. What we're going to do is now we're going to do the same thing essentially, but just move from the neck, from the mid back to the low back. So Julie's going to lift her chin up off the ground, and she's going to use a little bit of hand assistance here. And she's going to think about peeling her body just in the opposite way off the ground here. Just going to get a nice stretch all through the back. Here's the important part. When you go back, you want to think of reconnecting the belly button first, then the rib cage, then the chest, and then finally the neck will be the last piece that you'll move. Good. Let's do two more nice and slow. So you're going to lift the chin, and then stretch the upper back, the mid back, the low back. When you reach your top position here, again, there should be no pain. You should feel an equal distribution of stretch throughout the whole back. You stop there. Julie's pretty flexible, quite mobile, so she can get pretty high. Right, let's do one more. Same control, same intentions. Lift that chin. Go from the mid back to the low back. Again, use as much arm or as little arm assistance as you need. You'll reconnect very carefully, trying to go to the belly, just go to our basic spine bar position. So we're going to go to a tabletop position. Okay, so now we're going to kind of put it all together. So if Julie looks like a turtle, so tuck your chin in. Push your hand into your back into my hand. Okay, we call this flexion. We just call it turtle position. So I want you to think about just moving from the tailbone only, kind of like we're doing the floor peel. So just move this part of your back. And then freeze right there. And then reverse, push up back into my finger. So let's just try to find that low back a couple times. So I'll move that low back. And then up again. So again, remember this is flexion, where we look like a turtle. Now we're going to do the opposite, where we look like a bull or a valley here. So move that low back. And you're just trying to move one vertebrae at a time here. Okay, it's pretty tricky, so go slow. And then just going to tuck the chin. We're moving back to that turtle or flexion position, starting at the mid-back. Two more nice and slow. Start to move back. Mid back. To the upper back. Finally the chin, okay? When you're doing these, make sure your chin doesn't move first when you're going from the top to bottom. You want to move one piece of your spine at a time. Hang out right here in this flex position. So now what I want you to do is think about your chin in more. We can get a little bit more range of motion if we bring in breathing. So what Julie's going to do is take a deep breath in. And as she exhales out, she's going to try and create a bigger turtle shell. So exhale out. And you should just feel a stretch just everywhere. Okay, it feels good. You deserve it. Let's do another cycle of breathing. She's going to take a deep breath in. Exhale out and create a bigger turtle shell. And keep pushing up, 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 up. Let's do it one more time. Inhale in. Exhale out. And just create, again, a bigger flex position or turtle shell. So let's slowly go to the extended position where we look like a bull or a valley. And we're going to do the same thing here, just 3 times. So Julie's going to take a deep breath in. She's going to think about pulling her belly button down into the ground, pulling herself more into this extended position. Let's do it 2 more times. Bigger breath in. Exhale out. She's actually getting a little bit lower. Okay? Breathing is a very powerful tool when it comes to stretching, mobilizing. 1 more time. And then exhale out. Very nice. Good, and relax. Next, let's work on the T-spine. So you're going to look like this. Just come to your knees. All right, so you're going to give yourself a big hug. All right, so we're going to start by flexing the spine down. You actually come this way, back to where you were, but just same position. Rotate 90. Face this way. Perfect. All right, so she's come tall. She's going to tuck her chin in, and she's going to leave it that way because we're just trying to move this part of the back here. So she's going to flex it down, and then what she's going to do, she's going to rotate left, and then she's going to come back left, and then she's going to come back center, back right, front right, and then back to where we started here. Okay, so hitting all of those points, she's going to create this big, slow, controlled circle. Nice and slow. Good, good, good. All right. Try to keep your chin tucked a little bit more, and don't even think about moving your head. Just think about moving that upper back. You'll find a much more specific stretch this way. Very nice. Good. Go through your cues. Go to that back right. Bottom right. Straight down. To the left. Good. Let's do one more in this direction. So you're going to go back left, back center, back right, front right, then center. Let's do 2 in the opposite direction. So just retracing your steps a little bit slower. You're just trying to find this part of your spine moving. You shouldn't feel a lot of low back, or maybe just a lot of like head, neck movement there. Very nice. Back left. Good. All right, guys, so we're also going to integrate a little bit of core stuff here. So let's start nice and easy. Let's just go to a nice, easy forearm plank. So you're just going to go to your elbows here. Okay, you're going to get your body nice and level. And I would get your feet just a little bit wider for this one, just right there. Okay, so what we're going to do from here, it's all about internal tension. So what Julie's going to think about doing is pulling her elbows into her belly button, pulling her toes up. So if you pull in and up with your toes and elbows, you can feel contraction right here at the abs. And what I want you to think about doing is keep trying to build up that tension, trying to get those abs rock hard. And Julie over here, keep going, keep going. And if you're shaking a little bit at home, that's a good thing, okay? Getting some good stimulus to the abs. Just hold this tension for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. All right, next we're going to do some hip cars. So let's go back to that tabletop position like this. All right, so what we're going to do is think about bringing the knee up to the belly. Okay, then you're going to bring the leg out to the side. Bring that leg straight back. Bring that knee next to the other knee. Push it straight back. You're going to bring it out to the side. But then you're going to turn that heel in, bring it back to where you started. We're going to do 4 more. On each one, we're going to add a little bit more and more stuff to it. Okay? So Julie's going to take that deep breath in. She's going to squeeze her abs. She's going to bring that knee up, bring it out to the side. Now freeze here, and you're going to think about turning the heel out, away from your body. We call it internal rotation at the hip here. You feel some tension here in the hip capsule. You're going to maintain that tension as you bring that leg up and behind you. With control, bring that knee next to the other knee. We're going to push it straight back. Bring it out to the side. Think about keeping that right hip down. And you're going to turn the heel in like that. We call the hip external rotation. And then we're going to bring it up and around in front of us. Let's do 2 more. Again, bring the knee up into the belly, out to the side. Remember, this is that tricky part. We're going to internally rotate by spinning the heel out away from you. Bring that leg up and around. Knee next to the other knee. Push it straight back. Out to the side. Turn the heel in like that. External rotation. Bring it back. Let's do 1 more. Again, guys, this is not a speed thing. We want to go slow. Okay? How much control can you have over your body? And go ahead and hit your 4th one. Just going to heel this way, internal rotation. Bring it up, behind you. Hold, 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 hold. Bring that knee next to the other knee. Push that leg straight back. Turn the heel in and back around. We're going to ask you, go ahead and turn around, give me a 180. Some lovely people at home can see your other hip. Okay, so we're going to do the same exact thing, just 4 on your left hip now, or wherever you started. We'll just do both sides. All right, so bring the knee up, bring it out to the side, internally rotate that hip, bring that leg up behind you, bring that knee next to the other knee, push it straight back. Hold it. So you're going to bring the leg out to the side, then turn the heel in. Think about keeping that hip down, and then bringing it back in front of you. Let's do 2 more or 3 more. Take a deep breath in. Brace those abs. It's going to help solidify your body so nothing moves but this hip capsule. Just the heel. Don't let the pelvis move with it. Good. Up. Behind you, and back down. Push it straight back. Out to the side. Good. Remember, keep that hip down. Heel turns in. Back in front of you. Let's do 2 more. Nice and slow. Let's reverse. Take a deep breath in. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Turn the heel in. Good. Bring it up. Around. Let's do 1 more. Relax. Let's go stand up. All right, we're gonna work on our calves because we're gonna focus on our groin, but also the hamstrings can kind of be affected by calf tightness. So we're gonna do some calf raises. Okay. All right, so let's get feet together, and we'll be nice. We'll do just 25 to start. So when you're doing these, I want you to think about pushing your big toe through the floor, and don't let like your heels like roll open like this. Okay. So Julie is gonna do 25. We'll count her off. 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember to keep those heels together. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Try to get as high as you can, moving with control. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Let's lay on our back again. Just lay the head over here and then feet over there. All right, so we're going to do some straight-legged raises, guys. So what you're going to do is you're going to bend this knee. You're going to keep this leg locked out. And I want you to think about flexing this foot back at you, trying to touch this toe to the shin. That's going to put more stress on the back of the leg. Julie's going to raise her leg up with control, as far as she can go. Wow, that's good. All right, and then bring it back down. And let's do 9 more. Okay, so these are called straight-legged raises. Again, you may not be able to get this spot far. It's okay. As long as you feel stretch in the back of the leg. You want to keep this leg locked out. Again, think about turning or trying to touch that toe to that shin there. Let's do 5 more. You touch your shin to your nose. That'd be passive mobility. All right, let's do 1 more. And down and up. Cool. Switch sides. It's good symmetry, guys. So again, bend this knee. Important factor too, I forgot, push that low back to the floor. You don't want the spine to do any of the moving here. It's all coming from the hip and hamstring. So 10 raises with control here. Remember, keep that knee locked out. Try to keep your foot flexed back the entire time. That's 5, okay. That's not what this. Just appreciating this good deflection over here. Oh, alright. This is dead. Okay. Alright, next we're going to move into our adductors. So let's come to like a frog position. Face the camera.
Like sitting or
Like this. Alright, so we're going to work on the adductors, which are inner leg muscles. Okay, oftentimes they get really tight, especially since we're sitting at home a lot now. They're just not getting that much action. But today, we're going to bring them a lot of action. So we're going to do a single leg adductor rock back. So Julie's going to kick her right leg out toward me. Nice straight leg. Okay. And she is going to sit back. Okay, and she's going to try and turn this toe up. You should feel a nice stretch all along this inner leg. You're going to rock forward. We're going to do 10. So again, as you push your hips back, you're trying to turn that toe up and then forward as you go forward. Okay, so turn it up as you rock back, turn it down as you rock forward. A little bit slower. Try not to move that low back there. You'll feel much more stretch having the adductor that way. You start to loosen up, maybe you are able to work a little bit deeper and deeper. Pretty deep here, pretty good. Wow. Just get out of the park the first time around. So. And 10. Let's do 10 on the left. So again, when you're doing this, you guys at home, try to keep this left leg or the leg that's out to the side nice and straight. Just trying to turn the toe up toward the ceiling as much as you can. push your hips back as you rock forward. The toe will come down. Again, that will put more stress here on that inner leg or that adductor position. Move with control, move slowly, about pulling yourself in the position and almost pushing yourself out. The same muscles are being stretched. You're using them both ways that way. Keep that low back nice and still. Raising the abs helps with that. Good tension. Very nice. All right, let's go to our back. We're going to do a hollow body hold. I'm going to bring you through a couple different progressions here. Just laying you back here. All right, so this may be a little different from what your coaches have showed you, but again, the whole point of this is we're trying to get some good activation here to the abs and to that core muscle. So you're just going to lay on her back, head back like this. She's going to bring her legs up, bring her arms up. And then the first step will be bringing the arms back toward your ears. So your biceps should be near your ears. Okay, don't bring them together. Keep them kind of wide, just like this. You're going to push that low back through the floor here. Okay, so if I were to come by, push my hand underneath your low back, you wouldn't be able to. And here you're going to squeeze your knees together. You're going to squeeze your ankles together. That's going to put more contraction, more energy into your core here. And then you're going to bring your legs away from you as far as you can without that low back leaving the ground. Okay, so that may look something like, bend your knees, progress back a little bit. If that's you today, that's cool. You're getting what you needed. But you're going to bring your legs out as far as you can, responsibly. Keep that low back to the floor. And let's bring the legs down a little bit more. More. We're going to work you. Hold it. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. We're going to hang out here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and you're going to bring everything back in gently. Grab your knees, pull yourself up a little bit. Just a little rock left and right. Get that back over here. And relax. All right, let's go back to the adductor. So now we're going to go back to that frog position. Let's go back to where you were facing the camera, please. All right, so for this one, though, we're going to go to the elbows. Okay. And what you want to do is have your shins, you actually spin 90 degrees. You want your shins to be parallel. So if they're like pointed in toward each other, try to have again, your shins should be like, a little bit pulled here. What I want you to think about doing is trying to get as far as you can right here. We're going to go through some tails and rails effort. What that means is what Julie's going to do, she's going to hang out here for another 30 seconds here. Then we're going to use the muscles to try and close our legs and then try to pull them farther apart here. Okay, but all you have to do from here is just camp out in this position. Try to keep that low back nice and flat. All right, let's take a deep breath in. No, yeah, that's a good question. They won't actually move that much, but it's all like very internal there. Okay, so let's take a deep breath in. Brace the abs. She's going to try and push her knees into the floor. You should feel some stuff start to activate here at the inner groin, at the leg muscles. Let's continue to build up that tension. Keep going. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, but don't move. And then you're going to try and pull the knees apart. And you actually move just a little bit. That's cool. You keep trying to ramp up that effort. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to do 2 more cycles. So take that deep breath in, squeeze the abs here, and try to close the legs together as hard as you can, ramping up that energy. Let's go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a little bit harder, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse. Try to pull the legs apart for 10, 9, 8. Keep bracing those abs. Make sure you're not arching to the back here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it again. So we're going to push our legs together, push your knees into the floor for 1, 2. This is our last effort, hardest effort. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Last rails effort. Pull the knees apart for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, you may find yourself in a deeper range of motion than where you started, Julie. Okay, so you want to hang out in this stretch. We're going to download it, click and save, by just hanging out here about 1 minute. Okay, so just hang out here. You don't have to do the pails and rails effort where we're trying to close or separate our legs. All you're trying to do is hang out in that new passive stretch here for about a minute. Okay, so what you have to do there is just keep doing what you're doing, crushing it. If you are. I think this is an important time to have a hydration break as well. Water, very important. Remember to wash your hands, cover your mouth, all that good stuff. All right, just about 30 more seconds here. Very good. Good. Loose. All right, slowly come out of the stretch. Touch your heels together. So now you'll bring your feet closer together. That'll help kind of decompress that big stretch. You're going to slowly come out of there. A lot of damage done. Feels good? Yeah. Cool. All right, so next we're going to do some pike pulses. So we're going to sit like this. So you're going to put your hands forward. You're going to lock out your legs. Okay? And then you're going to try and raise your feet up. Okay? Let's do it again. And up. So in the practice round, and up. Turn 90 degrees. So you're going to reach your hands forward in front of your knees here. You see that Julie's a little forward. That's actually what you want. You don't want to lean back. You don't want to do this, then raise your legs. It's not the same thing. Try to create as much compressive force as you can. You're going to keep your knees locked out, and we're going to do 10. Okay, so ready, race. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Relax. Let's go and stand up. All right, so next we're going to do some wide squats here. So if you normally kind of squat with your feet about shoulder width apart, Julie's just going to go a little bit wider than that. So again, you guys, we're trying to stretch out the inner legs here. So Julie's going to go down to a squat from pushing her hips back. She's going to drive her knees actively apart. Okay, so come up a little bit higher. Good, right there. And again, it's just a very active position. Let's hang out here for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand tall. We're going to bring your feet a little bit wider. Okay. Let's do the same efforts here. You're going to squat back. Drive the knees apart. Okay. You want the knee to stay over the foot here. Let's hang out here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand tall. I think you got another. Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Let's go a little bit wider. All right, and we're going to squat down, drive those knees apart, hang out here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand tall. Good. All right, so next we're going to do some hinge variations. So we're going to go back to that wide stance. Instead of kind of turning your toes out because we're not going to squat down, we're just going to hinge over a little bit. Okay, so go wide, kind of where you just were. Yeah, you don't need socks. All right, can you actually turn, stand tall, rotate leg, just like this way. Perfect. All right, so you're going to hinge back. Notice that Julie get very flexible at the back here at the hips, so she can keep her back nice and straight. Basically, you want to feel a good stretch all through the lower body here. And we're just going to hang out here for about 10 seconds. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. She's going to come up with control. She's going to slide her feet a little bit wider. Go over here. You start to slip. All right. Do the same thing. Push your hips back. Stop at 90. There you go, like a normal person. And hang out here for 10, 9, 8, 7. Brace your core. Okay. If you start to feel it in your low back here, you need to activate this a little bit more. 3, 2, 1. Stand tall. Use your hips. Let's go a little bit wider, about 10% more. Okay. And we're going to keep repeating this until we get to this very, very wide stance. Push your hips back. Keep your knees locked out as well. Hang out here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand tall. So one more time, get those feet wide. Now if you start to slip, just put your foot against maybe your couch at home. Maybe you're doing it next to a loved one here. Okay, you could just kind of like block your feet out like this, and that way you won't slip. Okay, and then ready, go. Freeze right there. 10, 9, 8, 7. Remember to keep that low back nice and straight. No foam or arch it. 3, 2, 1, and stand tall. And recover. All right, let's go back to a plank position on the floor. Let's go to an elbow position. All right, we're going to do a bird dog plank. So a bird dog, I don't know why they're called that, but you're going to extend your right arm out, lift it up, and then you're going to lift your left leg off the floor. Just a little bit, okay? And we're going to hang out here for a couple seconds. Go ahead and rest, back down. So when you're doing this, your best efforts of trying not to let the hips rock left or right, trying to keep that core nice and squared away. So you're going to slowly reach your right arm forward and pick up the left leg and hang out here for 10, 9, let's get that hip down. Yes, good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring everything back to the ground. Let's do the opposite side. So reach your left arm forward, pick up your right foot. Let's hang out here. 10, 9, get the left hip down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do it one more time each side. Reach the right arm forward. Pick up the left hip just a little bit. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left side. Reach the left arm forward. Pick up the right foot just a little bit for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back down. Very nice. Those are hard. All right. Sit here, please. All right. Next, let's come to a 90-90 position. So you're going to bring your right foot in front of you, your left leg back, and we're going to work on hip internal rotation. So what that means is we're going to bring our left hand behind you. You have to raise the hand up just like that. And what you're going to be doing is dropping your left hip to the floor. Just feel a nice stretch at this back hip here. You just spin like 25 degrees. Exactly. Right protractor. All right. So again, you're trying to drop this left hip to the floor here. So what Julie's going to do is she's going to rock her hip forward. And she won't feel that stretch anymore. But if she pulls it more back this way, she will feel that stretch. Push it forward. And then bring it back. Let's do it one more time. Push it forward. And then bring it back there. Okay, so what we're going to do from here is we're going to keep that left hip down as you are. But you can think about trying to push this foot into the floor here. Okay, so if I were to try to like lift it up, I can't. We're using our hip external rotators. Let's hang on this effort. Let's build up that for another 10. 9, remember just pushing down, you're pushing down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now we're going to try and lift the foot off the floor. Now if you need to readjust a little bit, like Julie's doing, that's cool. And you're going to lift for 10, 9, so I can get my hand under there. It's over here now. There you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, one, sit your hip back down. Push the foot into the floor. We're going to do 3 cycles total. Ready, push it down. So again, I can't lift it up here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And you're going to lift that back foot off the floor for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more. So you're going to sit that hip back down. Try to get a little deeper into that stretch. Push it down. Let's bring that leg out here. And then push it down. Remember, you're pushing 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Deep breath in. And then try to lift as much as you can. It won't go very high. It's okay. 10, 9, 8. You feel a lot of cramping at the front of the hip. At your TFL. 3, 2, 1, and relax. That's right. We're going to do the other side. All right, let's do it. Hey guys, we're working this thing called hip internal rotation. So if I were to bring my leg like this, it's when the leg moves out this way because you're moving from the hip itself right there. Okay? So you're going to bring the right hand behind you. Let's think of some shoulder mobility there. Making our panels effort. So we're just pushing that foot into the floor. So again, if I were to try and lift it up, I can't. Let's do it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, if you need to readjust a little bit, that's cool. And you're going to try and lift that back leg off the floor for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 2 more cycles. So sit that hip back down to the ground. Try to push this leg into the ground. Ready, go. 10, 9, 8, 7. Should be able to lift it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And ready, lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more cycle. Deep breath in. And then push into the ground for 10, 9, 8, 7. Can't lift it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last effort. Here we go. Lift, lift, lift. Keep it high, and then try to sit the hip back down now. And then don't let it touch the floor. Don't let it touch the floor. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's take a little break by doing some more core stuff. Go back to your back here. It's kind of like that hollow body position. All right, we're going to do some dead bugs. Okay, so we're going to bring the arms up, bring the legs like this. All right, guys, so this is the dead bug position. So what Julie's going to do is she's going to move her right arm back and her left leg away at the same time. And then she'll bring everything back in. And then she'll move the left arm and right leg at the same time and bring everything back in. Okay, quick pause here. Remember that low back doesn't want to leave the floor, so she's going to help herself by taking a deep breath in, bracing those abs. She's going to move this arm, that leg, bring everything back in, and alternate with control, with precision. These. Back in. About 6 more. So when you're doing this, you guys, if you can't get your leg and arm out this far without your low back leaving, it shows kind of like a regressed one. You may just like end up somewhere here. That's fine. Again, the whole point is to keep the low back against the floor and move with control. All right. A little bit of coordination here as well. Deep breath in. Brace the abs. Let's come to a squat position. Okay, so this next part, if you need to take a break at home, so because we were recording, you can hit pause, resume. You should remember this from like 4 years ago.
Okay.
You remember what's about to happen. Okay, so we're gonna go through. It's called the Ito squat routine. I love it. So we're gonna come down to a deep squat position to start. So let's just squat.
Squat's not my thing.
All right, let's just camp out here in a squat for a little bit. Just get cozy. We're gonna be here a long time. So again, if you need to stand up, let your hips breathe. It's okay. We're gonna start with some push-aways. Okay, so you're gonna plant your right hand on your right foot. Try to keep your heels down. If they come up a little bit, that's fine. But again, the intention is trying to keep your heels down. You're gonna put your left hand on your left knee. You're gonna push out. Okay, so like this. You're gonna kind of like rock away. All right, let's do 10. 1, a little faster. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And on that last one, we're gonna hold, ready, push it out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, push it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do the left side. So now you're gonna plant that left hand, that left foot, right knee. Ready? 1, 2, in sync. 3. It's a weird dance. 4, 5, 6. It's a quarantine dance. 7, 8. And hang out here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Damn, I look this ridiculous for this long, so I didn't know. We're gonna do both at the same time. Oh, this is gonna look even weirder. Right, on the inside. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then hold it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep your back straight. 3, 2, 1. We're not even close to done yet. Okay, straighten out those feet a little bit. All right, so next we're going to do a squat bow. So I want you to do this with your fingers. Extend your thumb, your pinky. For all the kids at home. What's it called? Hang loose. All right. You're hipper than me. All right. So you're going to create a stick. You're going to put your thumb in your forehead. What you can do is you're going to bow over. You don't have that. You just touch right now. And then you're going to go back to an upright position. And then bow over with control. Back to that upright position. Now, if it's too easy, you're going to hang down by taking away a pinky and then touching the floor. Back to an upright position. Okay. Julie's very mobile, so she's going to take away a thumb. Like this. Just do that. Yeah, fist to fist. There you go. Fist to fist with a thumb. And you're trying to make it challenging here. Maybe you can just get down to one fist, or maybe get down to none. I can't do that. Ooh. Oh, you're 2 fists. There we go. Down to the ground. Go to a more upright position at the top. Like that. No, the palm. Like
Oh,
your
got
chest.
it.
Pull yourself deeper. Okay. I'll do this one with you. Cool. Ready? Do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Next thing we're going to do is some sky reaches. So with your right hand, I want you to grab your left ankle. Okay. And then with your left arm, you're going to reach up toward the ceiling. Try to move to the upper back here. And then you'll come back down. Cross. We'll do 10. Ready? 2, 3, 4, slower. 5, 6, hold it. So you're trying to rotate that torso, and let's try to fling the arm up. Come back down. 6, 7, 8, 2 more. 9, and then 10. All right, and switch. Now we're going to grab the left hand, right ankle here. Okay, 1. This is my worst side. 2. You look so cool. 3, 4, 5. Slower. Let's do this side. 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Very nice. And stand up. Ooh, shake out those hips. Doing good? Okay. All right, let's get feet together. So we're going to do different squat variations here. So for this one, if you have like knee pain, maybe just don't push your knees forward as much here. Okay? But we're going to try and keep our feet together. And you're going to try and go as low as you can. Now, you see I'm kind of rounding a little bit. That's okay, because we're going to do slow and controlled reps. So keep the feet together. See how big your ankle move is.
I don't have the right ankle mobility, so.
That's good. And then come up. Turn this way. Beautiful. Let's do a couple more. So ready, squat. And then up. We're going to do 10 of each kind. And they're all just going to work different stuff. So there's a lot of ankle mobility going on here. Hips are very warm from what we did this afternoon. 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. All right, spin back toward the camera. All right, let's go feet about shoulder width apart. So this should be your kind of just your normal squat stance. So let's slowly squat down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, a 9, and a 10. Kind of like what we were doing before. Let's go a little bit wider with their stance. Okay. Remember to drive those knees out. Ready? 1, 2, 3, a little bit slower. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You guessed it. I'm gonna go wider. Ooh, damn, feeling spicy over there. Okay, ready? So you're not gonna go as low. So, whoa. All right, so let's slowly go down. You feel just more of a stretch through the inner leg here. So you get your power.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's the power clean position. Yeah. That's it. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last rep, guys. And 5. Let's go back down to the floor. Let's break with some more core stuff. Let's lay on your back here. Can you show us a V up? Oh wow, that's very challenging. Okay, show us a tuck up now too. So we're gonna do 2 different variations. So tuck up, I'm gonna take a break there. We're gonna start with some tuck ups, but if you can do it, show us the V up again. That's when the legs and the arms are staying straight. Julie has a very strong core, just like this. Okay, calm down. All right, hold on. Let's do. People at home are like, whoa, 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 whoa. Let's go back to the tuck up. So let's start with the tuck up. So keep the knees bent. You're gonna come up and hold, and then you're gonna go back. Okay. Ready? Let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. V ups. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh, and release. That's exhausting. All right, so let's go back to the tabletop position. Let's cool off a little bit more spine. For all you do from here is you're going to reach your arms forward. You're going to go to a child pose position. So Julie's going to rock her hips back as far as she can go. She's going to keep her back nice and flat. She'll feel a nice stretch at the upper back. She's going to let her forehead rest on the ground here. Okay, this is a passive stretch. Nothing really active about it. So all she can do is just chill out. That's what you guys can do. Just chill out here. Sing out here about 30 seconds. All right, so now let's kind of stretch just this right side out. So what she's going to do is she's going to bring her right hand over here. And she's going to kind of side lean into me. And she has this big curve at her body. And so should you. You should just feel stretch predominantly on this right side here. You're looking like this. Now let's do that breathing thing again. So we're going to breathe in. As you exhale out, try to pull a little more and more to the side. Let's do it 2 more times. Breathe in. Try to pull more and more to the side. So 1 more time. Breathe in. Exhale out. Breathe more and more to the side. To the opposite direction. So again, she's going to stack her hand over here. She's going to pull to the side this way, toward you. Let's do 2 more, just like that. And let's roll over to our back, please. All right, so really basic back stretch you can do. So you're just going to open up your arms, sprawl out on the floor there, straight legs. She's going to bring this knee up, bring it over to the side. But you want to keep this right shoulder, or the same side's over, down to the ground. And with her left hand, she's going to grab that knee. She's going to pull it up as far as you want to go, and she's going to pull it over. So it goes up and over to the ground. So you should feel a nice stretch at this low back here. Get some rotation there. Again, we've been sitting a lot. We've got the blood raised. It's good to just stretch out those muscles in all these different ways. And you kind of play around with it so you can like bring it up, move that stretch around. Good spot. And integrate that breathing in. So let's do 3 cycles of breathing. Exhale out. Try to pull deeper and deeper into the stretch. Let's do 2 more. Again, keep that right shoulder down on the opposite side you're going toward. So close, Brian. There you go. So again, you're going to take your hand, pull it over to the side, you're going to pull up, and over, just like that. That's it, 3 cycles of breathing. Nice and relaxing. All right, we're going to finish this hour up, you guys. Thanks for joining us with some back rolls. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit nice and tall. It's one of my favorite low back stretches. They're just a lot of fun to do. So you're starting nice and easy, but just kind of like bring your legs behind you. Just bring them up just like halfway, like that, and then come back. You're going to sit nice and tall, and you're going to use the momentum of rolling back to bring your legs back with you. Okay? Let's do 10 total. Now on each one, you're going to feel a little bit looser and looser. So you may be able to bring your toes to the ground all the way like Julie here. But again, you feel a nice stretch, just coming up just a little bit. That's all you need. Okay? Let's roll. Doing this with control. And on your last one, should be 8, 9. You're going to go back there and hold it for about 10 seconds. Get a nice stretch again at that low back here. And then slowly come forward, kind of stretch. And relax. Stop to the Julie. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed that. We did a lot of lower body stuff. We activated the core. The important thing right now, again, you guys, is we're just sitting around a lot, so we need to move our body as much as we can. Go for a walk, stay safe, and we'll see you guys next time.